Writing is a form of communication. As a writer, it's important to be mindful about how you present information to a reader. This video will offer you tips about how you can improve the clarity of your writing.
Oh, it's starting to rain.
Let's take shelter. I don't want your letter to get wet.
Here's my letter. I have been working on this letter for such a long time, so sometimes I read past my mistakes.
I'll read your entire letter first, and then we can chat about it. Your letter is very sincere, Birdie, but there are a few things that I wanted to point out.
Okay, any suggestions are welcomed.
Here are a few tips that will help you improve the clarity of your writing. After I read through each tip, we'll backtrack and discuss how you can apply these tips to your letter. I'm going to explain this first tip with an analogy. Birdie and Jay are having a conversation about the movie Spirited Away. They are talking about one of the main characters, and then Robin joins the conversation. Robin has never seen the movie, and since his friends do not fill him in on what the movie is about, Robin is confused and feels disconnected from the conversation. It is important to provide ample background information because while you may be an expert on your topic, your reader may not be. The first part of your letter that I underlined was a bit confusing to me. You begin your letter with your thesis statement, which makes your letter seem a bit abrupt.
What do you mean by abrupt?
Well, generally in an introduction, you want to provide readers with background information before stating your thesis. Background information helps readers understand why you are making your argument.
What if I started my letter with a greeting to Bert and an explanation as to why I decided to recommend the giving tree to him?
That sounds great, Birdie. A thesis statement is a roadmap of your paper. It keeps your paper focused and helps you write with purpose. You have a clear thesis statement, however, it is too vague.
But when I read it, it makes sense to me. Can you please explain why you're confused?
Perhaps you can mention the name and author of your favorite children's book in your thesis to identify what book you will be recommending. By doing so, you will also improve the transition between the first and second paragraph. Additionally, while you include a brief summary about the book in this section, the information doesn't relate back to your thesis. In this section, you're giving the whole plot away. This paragraph seems more like an analysis of the book itself than a recommendation of the book. Reference back to your thesis statement. What is the purpose of your letter?
My whole point of writing this letter is to recommend the giving tree to Bert. I guess I should actually explain why I recommend that he read this book.
That's a great suggestion, Birdie.
I wanted to recommend this book to Bert because I think he would enjoy analyzing themes of the book and appreciate the artwork. I'll include these ideas in my letter.
Claims that are not supported with evidence or further analysis are considered blank statements. They don't mean anything or add information, and leave readers confused about their significance to your topic. This quote comes out of nowhere. Whenever you include a quote in your paper, you should have a reason for why the quote is important. Don't just insert a quote without explaining it.
I included this quote because I wanted to make the connection that the boy has become materialistic.
Okay, I don't understand how this quote makes the boy materialistic. Please explain yourself. Readers may have a difficult time following your ideas when you have very long sentences. Furthermore, wordiness can distract readers from the main point you're trying to get across. The sentence that I underlined confused me. This sentence is long, wordy, and redundant. As a reader, I'm confused about what the main idea of the sentence is. You use filler words such as really that you should eliminate to make your sentence less wordy. Additionally, to make your writing more concise, replace weak verbs with strong verbs. Can you think of a strong verb that means the same thing as have a good time?
Enjoy?
Yes, that's a great revision. Finally, the phrase that are found in nature is redundant. Aren't most trees found in nature?
Yes, I should probably eliminate that phrase. Oh, I also noticed that I use the words happy and happiness a lot in my letter. I'll fix that.
This tip leads into my last suggestion. You cannot present readers with bits and pieces of information and expect them to make sense of what you are trying to say. You must spell out the connections. Let's discuss the underlined sentence. This sentence is confusing. Why does the tree stump with the carving remind you of your brother? Do you mean that you and your brother like to carve your initials on trees?
No, that's not what I meant to say.
See, our interpretations differ. You must spell out your connections to readers. What are you trying to say then?
This picture reminds me of my brother because I know that we are going to be best friends forever. Our love is eternal, just like the carving on the tree stump. Wow, it looks like we finished my letter. Thanks for all the helpful tips, Jay. I've made great progress on my letter and will deliver it to Bert.
Hey look, it stopped raining outside.
Perfect weather for flying.
Bye, Birdie. Take care. I'm sure Bert is going to enjoy reading your letter.